Alice Cashin, her life and what she did is a bit of a mystery. Her education must have been sufficient. She had the qualifications to be accepted into a nursing course. By the time 1909 came around, Alice Cashin was now getting into her 30s. She decided to go to England. Alice later said she'd planned to come back to Australia around about the middle of 1914. And then suddenly in August 1914, the war breaks out. Within a fortnight, she's joined up and she's in the Red Cross. She was posted to the hospital ship Gloucester Castle. For the next 9 months, it sailed around picking up wounded from Mudros Island, from Malta and other places in the Mediterranean, and also from the coast of France, and taking them back to England. But 9 months into the time on that ship, there was a major drama. On the 30th of March 1917, halfway through the night, there was a dull thud in the ship. The thud that they heard was a thud big enough for 4 people to walk side by side through the side of the ship, and it was a German U-boat had sunk it. Even though it was fully lit with its Red Cross showing, started to sink by the stern. Alice was ordered off by the captain, but said, no, I'm not going until every one of my nurses and every one of my patients is off the ship. And she ignored orders and was one of the last to get into the lifeboats. The most important thing with her is that she put herself last. She got all the nurses into the lifeboats, gave them a blanket for every person in the boat and a kit which was bandages and ointments and so on for anybody who needed further attention. They got everybody off from all the 399 wounded on board. The Royal Red Cross is the highest award that a nurse can achieve in the nursing service. Some say it's the equivalent of the Victoria Cross. It was awarded only to those who really showed outstanding bravery or ability. Her achievements are in the highest order. A lot of people receive awards for bravery, but to say, I'm not going, and she could have gone down with the ship if it had been sinking faster than they thought it was. Once she returned to Australia, for the first 3 or 4 years, she crops up in newspapers here and there. One thing we do know is she did not go back to nursing. Why? We're not sure. But there is a photo of her taken in 1919 with her medals. And to me, her face looks very battle-weary and tired. A woman who looks drained. So maybe she'd had enough of medical and damaged bodies and sick people. She died of acute kidney failure, unfortunately, in 1939. Then she was buried in Warrenora Cemetery in what turned out to be just a plain grass spot. Unfortunately, she remained there in a plain grass location in Warrenora Cemetery for many, many years. And then the Nurses and Midwives Association found out about it, and they decided they couldn't let this rest. They started raising money for a fantastic life-size statue which sits now in Warrenora Cemetery. Warrenora Cemetery is now a focal point for honour that this woman deserves.